So today I'm actually here to review. It's a little Mavic clone. It's a cute little baby Mavic. Not really. Not really. This is the echine e58. You get it for somewhere between 30 to 50 bucks. You get them on eBay, Banggood, GearBest, whatever. So, those of you that are keen-eyed, or maybe not so keen-eyed, realize that this looks exactly like, except for a smaller version, and doesn't have the guard, the camera protector. This is pretty much designed to look like a Mavic Pro. Okay, the difference between a Mavic Pro and this is 50 bucks versus $1,000. So this is 1/20th of the price, pretty much. And what do you get for 1/20th of the price? Well, you get a $50 drone. I mean, let's face it. So they even down to the side here, they have they pretty much ripped off the entire design of the Mavic Pro, except for here, where the Mavic Pro, the battery would be. Just a power button. It's not a battery indicator or anything. The battery indicator is in the back here. These mean bright LED lights. Seizure warning. Okay. This battery, it's a 500 milliamp hour battery. It's proprietary, so it's, I mean, the good thing about it is it's micro USB. So you have a couple of these, and I ordered the Flymore combo. They even stole the name of the Flymore combo. So I could charge 2 other batteries while I'm doing this. Charges via micro USB. And make sure when you put it in, I've done this a couple times already. When you put this in with a slanted, like with it slanting up like this, to kind of go along with the curvature of the drone. Otherwise, you'll have to take it apart to get the battery in the to get the battery out to get it back in the right way. That's what I had to do. So, what do they have? We have around it. We have a little 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi antenna. Got some landing gear. And when you extend these, you have to bring the front arms out first because of the landing gear. Then the back arms come out. And it looks like a little frog. My cat's watching me. He's fucking deathly afraid of these things. Skittles. Oh, he knows it's gonna get powered on here in a minute now. Here's the deal. It's got a 720p camera. This one does. I'm not gonna to video. I'm not gonna record video from here, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't have an SD card for it. The SD card's on my phone, and I don't really feel like taking it out and putting it in here, and I'll tell you why. This only goes up to 720p, okay? But there's no gimbal. It's not stabilized. There's a whole lot of jello. This is not meant for a camera drone, okay? Yes, it does have a camera on there, and it can take pictures, and you record from it. But why? At least why for me? Plus, I'd have to be outside to do it. It's nighttime right now, and just want to go ahead and get this up. I'll be doing other reviews like this, but I might find someone who has 720p video from this drone and maybe ask them for permission to use their video or something. But honestly, you're not going to be using this as a camera drone. Okay. So you have these out. Now, the battery, if you get the Flammore combo, comes with 3 batteries. So these batteries are 3.7 volts, so one cell, 500 milliamp hour batteries. So you're gonna get about 6 minutes of flight time. Right around 6 minutes of flight time. This does have different modes you can go into, and I'll explain that right now. Because on the video, I'm gonna have the video. It's not gonna be facing me, so you're not gonna see what I'm doing, because I don't have a GoPro or anything to put on here. So you change rates with this. This, if you hold it down, it's an emergency stop. If you don't hold it down, if you just click it and then flick this joystick, either left or right, it'll do flips. This is supposed to be for camera. It doesn't work. You actually have to go record through the app. It does not work controlling this from here. Okay, so you have your left and right trim. What you have is forward and back trim. Wait, hold on. No. Okay, yeah, forward and back trim. Back, forward. You have 1 key takeoff and emergency landing. Now, the difference between this emergency landing and the one I showed you up here is the one I show you up here will actually cut your motors off. So if for some reason you're gonna hit somebody or you're gonna do something and you need to stop it now, this is the one you're gonna want to use. Press and hold for a second and it'll just come falling out of the sky. Now this thing, you only really get about 50 meters with it. So it falling out of the sky really isn't going to hurt anyone anyway, but still. You only get about 50 meters with it. And this one right here, this changes your lights to blinking lights. I'll show you that in the video too. Now to do flips inside, it's kind of risky because this thing, while it has altitude hold, it's not like the Tello where you do a flip and this thing will just hold its altitude. This thing, when it flips, it goes zoop, and then it goes down and flips and loses altitude. It flips kind of erratically. So, alright, so I guess we're just going to get to the portion of this video where we're flying this thing. So, I'll show you. Alright, so we're going to be flying this thing. As anybody knows, you start it like you'd start a DJI product. And power it on. And basically, so you pair it like this, remote down, remote up. And you can either do the calibration, which is down on both of them, down to the right. And I'm gonna do you can do takeoff with the 1 key takeoff right here, or you start it like you do with DJI products. Hold on. Okay. So now you see the bright light. That was the emergency shut off that I showed you. Tell you, man, the thing drops right out of the sky. See what I meant with the flips? They lose a lot of altitude on those flips. Really shouldn't even be doing this inside. Go ahead. Trim it a little bit. Man, the trim on this thing, you have to keep resetting the trim, but alright. That's the change of lights. As you can see, it does hold altitude pretty well. Now, you definitely gotta trim it though. I almost hit myself. That'd really be bad. It's kind of zippy, and if I hit the back button here, it'll go, oh, I see what the problem is. Almost got me. You get about a 7 or 8 minute flight time on this thing. My drone wants to say what's up to all the haters on here. Yep. Pretty cool little drone. Like I said, you're not going to be using this for any kind of camera quality or anything like that. At least that shouldn't be your intention with the one like this. But I just noticed something I saw I gotta fix real quick. But all in all, though, I think for 50 bucks, you want to get this for a kid for Christmas or something, or for a birthday, or Christmas is over, you know, but for a holiday, whatever, you know. I think it's a good idea. Almost hit myself there. But yeah, it's a pretty good drone. Obviously, it's a house flyer. It's one that you're gonna not be using outside, really. It's light. I think it's only like 80 grams or something. So you don't have to register with the FAA. But just know, if you're used to something like a Spark or a Breeze or something like that, it's a little easier to fly. It's a little bit more technology built into them. This isn't going to compare to that. So let's be realistic here. But for a house flyer, obviously, you're going to have to trim it a little bit. But it's a good drone, though. It's a good drone. So that's what I happen to think about it later.